Hey guys, hope you're doing okay today. It's been quite a while since I've done a live, but I hope everything's going all right. My eyes are still burnt, so we're coming up now at a year of this process. So still taking some time. They've improved, of course, since last year. I think things really get bad around April. So yeah, I have a few months, 2 more months until the year, a full year of this. But yeah, that's why I'm still wearing glasses. So I burned my eyes cutting the bike chain for my bike in front of the gym. But in any case, it's good to see you guys again. Glad to be back for some more lives. I've been quite sick over the past few weeks. The last 2 months, really, I had a really bad case of the flu and some other issues with my stomach and some other infections, but we're on the right track. So, thanks for being here. We're going to go ahead and jump into the reading. So, we're going to be looking at the Loving Parent Guidebook. In case I have to take some notes while I'm reading. So, this is on page 57. It's okay to detach from the critical parent. I discovered that I was living according to my critical parent. I had made them my higher power, even though I claimed to have a caring and loving higher power. It's a quote from a fellow traveler. In the beginning, we might not be open to the idea of thanking our critical parent or seeing their positive intention. We might have experienced a critical parent as a perpetrator, and our inner children might be too angry with them or scared of them for this gratitude to feel accessible. In this case, we can set a boundary of not listening to the critical parent and give ourselves space to consider the critical parent's positive intentions. I should do a sound check also too before I go too far. Sorry, guys. Normally I do that before I start, but since it's been a while, I kind of forgot. Yeah, perfect. Actually, this sound is really good. Okay, back to the reading. While it may seem wise to rebel against the critical parent, this could subconsciously place them in a position of authority and reproduce the pain of our family of origin. Spending precious time and emotional resources arguing with them might unintentionally give them more power. Instead, we can treat the critical parent the same way we would a friend caught in the problem. We can have compassion for them, but set an internal boundary. When they're not willing to move into the solution, a neutral tone with the critical parent can be effective pivot from habitual inner conflict. This is a very good point here. When the critical parent appears, a simple hi, it's okay, I see you, works fine. A simple acknowledgement, but not staying stuck in the story and over consuming the thoughts and feelings, emotions, beliefs that are coming um, from that wounded place. That is the source of the inner critic, the wounds. That causes the inner critic. So, as I said, that the more that you kind of feed into it or fan the flames, the more challenging it's going to be for you to experience, um, the reducing its power essentially. Continuing with the reading, such acknowledgement helps you avoid overreacting by either believing the critical parent, you're right, I'm worthless, or assuming your recovery is ineffective. My critical parent is still here. I must be doing this the wrong way. Instead, you can simply acknowledge the critical parent and invite them to relax. This also allows you to relax and reduces the impact of your critical parent on your life. If we've been placed, if we've placed our critical parent in a position of inner authority, we might be afraid of detaching. We might believe we need our integral parent's harshness to get things done, not harm others, or to stay safe. When these fears arise, we can remember why we came to ACA, because having our critical parent in the driver's seat had made our lives unmanageable. We can take step 1, 2, and 3 to practice letting go and trusting that a higher power, the one of our choosing, will help us find a different way to live. I thank my critical parent and say, I've got this. It felt scary, but also interesting. Being gentle, by being gentle, they went into the background, which is usually not possible because I fight with them, even when I think I don't. So this is a very funny quote at the end of this section, and it reminds me of the Chinese finger trap. I don't know if you guys remember that, with the thing you connect two fingers, and normally you're trying to pull them apart, and that just makes you more stuck. And the answer is actually to come together, So it's the same mechanism, the same force, like easing into something as opposed to fighting with it. Um that's that's how I see this process also working with the inner child. We don't want to fight against those negative thoughts, those beliefs, like in a harsh way, but more relax into it, acknowledge the thoughts, the feelings, the emotions, the cognitions that led to the emotion. So both of those, right? And then you want to sit with that. You want to figure out where it's in your body, and then you want to work on a way to start restructuring that or reframing the situation to ensure that your perspective is correct. For example, let me take these headsets off. And so, yeah, this was a very nice reading of reminding yourself that it's okay to detach from the critical parent. And the critical parent, there's also the inner and outer critic. So your outer critic could be the one that's judging everything with the world, society, people, relationships, whatever. And then the inner critic is your judgment of yourself. So this critical parent, there are two ways that it can manifest. So the external or the internal. And that's something that's very important to notice. So that's the reading for today, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.